But, yeah, this is, where we're at. 152, 10 plus 1. I mean, we beat the game, I guess. If you depends on how you want to quantify it, right? We have beaten the game, but we have not completed all of the puzzles. How about that phrasing? Oh yeah, we did finish all of them in Chasm though. Oh god. See, the thing is, like, any puzzle I'm gonna look at now, I'm gonna, like, look at it and be like, oh god, this puzzle. Pretty much, that's what's left. Just the oh gods, this puzzle. Pretty much, exclusively. Alright. What do we got in... Wait, what is this, thing? Skull House. Ugh. Wait. Didn't we beat Skull House? Someone asked if we had beaten Skull House, and I was pretty confident we had. No, we maybe didn't beat Skull House. Because this is the same, I think. Oh no. Hey, Murathimne. When they edit it, it removes if you've beaten it. Okay, maybe that happened then? Because, although it looks very similar anyway. I don't remember seeing a colon. Oh, it's a, yeah, I mean, it's a double dot because there's the single dot over here, but... The cathedral is a bit different. I don't actually remember... where this one's played. You think the white dots mean I'm beating it? I don't think so. I think that's just like a different type of bonus level or whatever. That would be my understanding. But someone can check if Skull House has changed, I suppose. There you go. Speaking of Baba-related emotes, Baylor has one. Thank you kindly, as always, sir. Oh god, this level. See, do I actually start working on a level, or do I just look at all of our unbeaten levels so I can say, oh god, this level a dozen more times? Do we want... I guess I could go over the basics. If anyone is, like, really unfamiliar with this game and wants the basic premise, I could go over that real quick and just ask. Hey there, cat guy. I don't really find that tends to be much of a thing for me in general, Khadgar. Like, I don't really think I tend to get rusty for the most part. Granted, I mean, that said, these are still pretty much the hardest levels we have that we haven't done, so that doesn't mean I expect any of them to be easy, but... Yeah, exactly. As Baylor said, like, sometimes with puzzle stuff, it can actually be helpful to kind of forget a little bit of what you know, just because that helps you look at it in a bit of a different perspective. Hey, let's roll. Make a list sorting all the levels by their impossibility and start with the most possible. That would be an interesting idea. Hey there, Hanzo. Bug is bug, belt is belt. And we can make Baba belt or Baba bug, but... is that a thing that could possibly help us? Like, it makes me, like, paranoid that, like, this text is accessible when, like, so we can't change what is you, but we could make Baba something else, which really doesn't seem like it should be something that would help here. Like, Baba is belt or Baba is bug are only two options there. Getting Zephiel. And then nothing is you. And we don't have a way to switch anything back to you afterwards. So I assume that's completely irrelevant, but it still makes me paranoid. Alright, we have so few options here. That's what makes this level so impossible. Hey, Marvel's crew. Yep, that's exactly how it works. That's always reliable and you never miss anything ever doing that. Yeah, sometimes that is helpful, Khadgar. I've definitely used that to good effect at times, kind of starting from the end. Ultimately, we need to... I want to say what we need to do, but there's possibilities that that's not strictly true. The implied need is that we need to move this fungus out of the way somehow. Alternatively, if we can move this heart outside of here, or a third option would be to somehow have this set up to push over while we are already past the fungus. The third option should be impossible because our toolset is entirely too limited. For this game, indeed, Zephiel. I appreciate you checking first, but there is there's in fact 2 spoiler channels on the Discord. So you can check out, if you haven't played and you want to ask, basically if you want to ask in the context of not necessarily knowing the answer, there's the Unspoiled Spoils channel. And just, then there's just the Free Spoils channel where everything goes. And so like we can get the bug out of there, right? Like we've done that before. Indeed, Katarani. Formal. I mean, we never actually made an egg channel, which might still be a correct thing to make. That would happen before a joke spoil channel. Oh right, we can make Baba shift to help us get the bug out. That was maybe a thing we did. Yeah. So that's the thing that is potential. I was only looking at Baba's belt and Baba's bug instead of Baba's shift. Baba's shift actually does something. So... that's how we get our bug out, yes. Okay. So we've done that before, that's nothing new. Now, still, we've got 2 objects, and we can make things... we can make either of them push or shift. Or both the same. Both the same, but they could both be shift and one could be push. No, they can't. Can't actually double up on that, right? Because we can save an is, but that doesn't help us. We still need an extra is to do what I'm talking about. There's no way to get kind of behind the fungus. Hive. And yeah, like pretty much any combinations of things that seem sensible don't really do anything for us, right? Because that's not going to shift it just by moving it onto it. Like, that doesn't do anything to help us get stuff out of there. I don't think pushing words onto it helps, no. Yeah, I used to jam to the Velp theme all the time when I was a kid, Hansa. And like, Bug could still be push here, but that doesn't do anything different for us. This level does still seem impossible 3 months later. Shift means when it shares a square with another object, that object is moved 1 space in the direction that the shifting object is facing. So if I move onto this tree, it shifted up 1 in that direction. Hey there, library. Greetings, Psycho Indian. Text is float, so I cannot shift words, no. If text was not float, then yes. But float does, in fact, specifically prevent that. And once something has shifted, its direction is changed, I believe. Yeah. So like if I move onto this from the side, my direction's now facing down, so we can't take advantage of that to change the direction of the fungus. Swap is probably my least favorite, Khadgar. Float is a little janky just because of how often they need to do text as float. Oh, ha! Talking about actual variable types, sure. Variables types I've been working with most recently are Lua tables, which are extremely open-ended, which makes them very flexible but also very weird. And it feels like I'm throwing data into a black box like half of the time with Lua tables. It's like, oh god, how do I even see what information is in this table? Because if you just like ask it to print the table, it's like, yep, that's table number 037EA43. Good to know. Ha, SRN, yeah, that depend on the, either the compiler or the CPU architecture, I guess, causing that, sort of bug. I believe. Oh, it's not a bug, and it doesn't depend on the compiler or the CPU. Okay, fair enough. Most curious. That's just the nature of floats. Okay, that's horrifying. And yeah, there's some ways to handle printing floats for sure, formal. They are just more awkward than I'm readily used to, basically. Yeah, there's still some weird stuff with collision for sure in Baba library. Like how you can get inside of text and stuff like that. Ha, Katarati. Like, I mostly don't even know what else to try. We can't, like, do a sudden word manipulation last second here, because we can't get words inside here, and we can't be over here with words in a place that we can, like, push into place right as we're moving here or something. So nothing like that should be relevant. No, Xenon, it does not have the inherent property. If we turn off belted shift, then it does nothing. It visibly moves, but there's several objects that visibly move each step, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. How many actually just move on their own? There's probably a couple other ones, but yeah, it's because it's shift. Lock the door. Yeah, I don't actually remember seeing the name of the level here. Lock the door. I mean... doesn't seem terribly helpful, but we'll do it anyway. Oh, we need that one over, don't we? Which means we need it room to push it that way so we can push it there. Oh right, text is flow. Yes. We were just going over how text is flow. I mean, I could have bug is... well, it's only gonna move one space. Well, I mean, a bug could push the whole wall of text, despite it being floating. One square. I'm not really sure what that would do for me, but like, it lets me get text up to here, but that, who cares? Anything that's shifted is turned the wrong way. Anything we push in is, of course, the wrong way. I mean, fundamentally, what seems like what we need to have happen is to have something, whether it be bug or baba or belt, in this square facing that direction. As far as I know, that's not possible. Alternatively, if it was facing up, we might be able to do something with that, but that seems much worse. Yeah, if something is pushed or shifted, it is then facing that direction. Ah, Zapper. That'd be pretty good. I don't, I mean, there's a lot of trees. Let's see. I don't have any stone to make a furnace to turn the wood into charcoal, though. So what other ways could we interact with these pieces? Hey, known blob. We beat Tidy Isle. We beat Tidy Isle. Is there something with like a shifted other object that has pushing me, not changing my direction? I still don't think that would be enough to work here, but let's see if that's possibly a thing. Wait, yeah, we still want Buggus Push to be a thing. So let's just look at that. Right, okay. Baba would need to be a push. Would that, so do this then. Okay, now that still changes our direction. Which I'm mostly happy about because if that did work, I'd probably focus on that for a long time, and I don't think that actually would have worked even if it worked. But that's one other thing that isn't going to help. Let's see, how does it behave again if everything's all shifty on top of themselves? Yeah, does that. They do move together. We can't do that while also making one of them push, though. But that does, Wait, does this actually just... They don't push text in this case, do they? Or do they? No, that just... Okay, that's an answer then. Yeah. Music appropriate. Make this a little closer here. Huzzah! Alright, apparently not impossible. Alright, that's like the baseline thing we want to hit when we revisit Baba Azia. I want at least one level beaten. Everything's just gravy from here. How many puzzles are left, Garther? Let's see. We got insulate. Oh god, this. So we got one here. I guess we have Skull House. I don't know if we've actually done a different version of that or not, but I guess we'll go 2. We'll count it. 2. We got 3. What was? Oh, this was Heavy Words, right? Yep, Heavy Words. So there's 3. This was no. This one, okay. Yeah, I didn't spend as... I spent a decent amount of time on this, actually. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's 4. Pillar work, yeah. That's 5. What was backstage? Oh, I think I know what backstage was, yeah. That's 6. Coronation is... Oh god, yep. That's 7. Tectonic movements was... Oh yeah, this one. So 8. And... Oh yeah. Floatiest platforms is 9. Think I mean, maybe there's something else that pops up after we beat all of those or something too, but Swap must be destroyed. I hate Swap. Screw Swap. Yeah, pretty much, Katarani. But I mean, we've bested some of our biggest nightmares of the past, right? Like, is this well, I mean, this one over here was pretty bad, right? Deep Pool. That's not the one I was thinking of. No. Further Fields was kind of hard, I think. Right? I'm just like trying to... Yeah, that one was pretty rough. Further Fields was pretty rough. I'm just like trying to find some of our previous hardest ones that we did eventually best, right? This one has one of them, right? Yeah, freaking Tiny Isle. Tiny Isle. Good God, Tiny Isle. And, let's see. Dungeon was tricky, but not too bad. Where's, Yeah, Evaporating River? Yeah, Evaporating River was a damn nightmare. Yeah. So, Evaporating River was awful. Tiny Isle here was awful. But we beat them. We got those. I mean, since we've got those, we can probably get anything. Yeah, that's a cool thing with like a lot of good puzzle games, Formal. Oh, is that all, Zidon? Evaporating River probably took us like 3 hours. Like, we revisited it 5 times. Which of these nightmares do we want to, take a gander at? Weird, Garther. Someone said they liked Coronation. Oh god, no, this is the swap nightmare. No! No. What was, let's look at backstage again. So, the thing with this one is we need to get something, assumedly the ghost, but maybe the ghost or Kiki, either way, down here, such that they can walk over to push the is win over, so we can make flag is win, and then we make it so that Kiki is you. So that I can get to the flag. We are locked in that ghost is ghost, belt is shift, skull is death, and wall is stop. Yeah, see, that's the problem with swap, Baylor. That sounds about right. That sounds exactly right for Coronation. Solved it without really at all understanding what you're doing. Sounds exactly like swap to me. And we're pretty locked into Kiki's push as well, yeah. Okay, so we've got a lot. We've got several pieces we need to deal with. I think I remembered maybe figuring out a way to get Kiki down here, and maybe not figuring out a way to change the text to Kiki is you. And then we've got fall, which works about how you might expect. It means they're affected by gravity. They fall until they hit something solid. And move makes things move on their own. So, belt's locked into ship, so if we do anything like this, it becomes nothing is us, so we can't keep moving at that point. And we can't have, like, a Ghost or a Kiki here facing an appropriate direction to push this line of text over. I sort of remember setting up a move situation that was able to meaningfully, like, say, push Babazu further to the left, but I don't think that was actually very helpful. And the way the is fallen is move is positioned is interesting. I know, Baylor, like, any of these harder levels, anytime I'm looking at someone else play, it's like, how the hell did I do this again? I know I beat it, but I don't remember any of this. For most of them, anyway. I could probably solve Evaporating River again fairly quickly, maybe. Still a maybe, but I have some thoughts about how I probably did it. The belt itself, it doesn't have a push property, so it won't be pushed. We can, like, do that, and we can get inside the text that way, which is interesting. It's not necessarily helpful to us right now, but it is a thing we can do. Yeah, there's definite benefits to both approaches, Kedgar. I've definitely solved some through the more just kind of fumble with stuff until something makes sense sort of approach, but most of the time I do more of a thinker approach. Let's see, we can... Well, Kiki is also push. You can have something that is push and move. Hey, Ad Hoc. I mean, I do a different kind of fumbling, a useless kind of fumbling pretty often. When I've been staring at the puzzle too long, then I just start tapping along to the music. Cheers, Ad Hoc. Nice, Skyther. Yeah, I think that's gonna vary a lot level to level and person to person. But we did solve one, Chrono. I don't know if you saw that. If otherwise, we just went over the levels we haven't done yet and have been staring at this one for a while. Two new golf games. I don't know what the other one would be. Well, this is Baba Is You, Ad Hoc. The title says golf later. We are not till later yet. Oh, Golf Story. Yeah. Yep, Golf Story. That's a bit older. That came out, what, like, I want to say about a year and a half ago, but still is a fairly recent, unique golf-related thing. For sure. Hype. Formal. Maybe only other thing that comes to mind why it would be coming up Ad Hoc would be if like it's making some end of the year best game of the year or decade sort of lists, perhaps. Might be some other reason I don't know about though. I don't follow console stuff very closely. But yeah, my biggest problem with like fumbling with stuff, like it feels so awkward to just blindly fumble because it feels like I want to have some idea what I'm trying to do before I start fumbling. So therefore it ends up mostly thinky. There is cake in Portal. So yeah, we can do that with a move plus a push of some variety. That doesn't really help us, does it? What if we have something else we're pushing there? Can we get the ghost inside the Baba's U-text more? No, I just get pushed inside instead. Fuzzy World of Miniature Space Golf. There was some PC golf game around 2005 or 2006 that I played a moderate amount of and liked quite a bit, but like the memory of that didn't stay with me afterwards. The only reason I remember it is because I saw some old chat logs somewhat recently where like I was like listing good like game suggestions, and but mostly it was like kind of interesting. I was like kind of revisiting how effusive that's the like it's almost a correct word, right? That feels slightly wrong, but how heavily I had embraced my love of Cave's story, and like how much I was praising it and talking about that and stuff at the time back in 2005. And at one point I listed a bunch of games alongside Cave's story, including some other free PC things at the time, like Tamiki Fighters and Tourist Troopers and such, and Knit Stories was maybe later. I don't remember when Knit Stories was. But I also listed whatever this golf game was. See, I can't even remember the name now, but I apparently liked it a lot at the time. Effusive. I said effusive, I think, or something. Yeah, effusive. There we go. Golf 2. And this is interesting, because that is a good way to get something to fall down to push the Izwin over. But that still doesn't help us with the... Wait. If we could do the same thing with a ghost, with like a word that we did with a ghost... I mean, is that a thing we can do? Wait, that didn't push? Oh, it pushed them in place, okay. Change their direction. Curious. Hey there, Bite Master. And Scorched Earth, I definitely loved Scorched Earth, but that is going further back if we're talking Scorched Earth. Wanted to make sure Kiki did not fall there while we're moving this text out of the way. Golf 5 now with A Alliance. They're interesting. Merv Gang, that's right, Cat Guy. Death's Head if you want an ultra fancy Merv. Hey, Snuggletooth. So we've done this now. Ha! Cab guy. Greetings, a person in yellow. Pretty far. We have, I think we just counted 9 levels uncompleted. If we get the word Kiki over there, that's not enough to actually help us, though, right? Because it's still stuck against the wall and there's nothing we can do about that. Yeah, owlbear is fantastic. Duck bunny? I've never heard of no duck bunny. I assume that was not original D&D. It's a real old one, huh? Surprised I haven't heard of or seen that then. Like, I'm pretty sure I still have a first edition monster manual. All the powers of a duck and all the powers of a bunny. I'm trying to think of any way that if we get the word Kiki over here, if it would actually do anything for us. We would still need one more move, right? Like, because if we could get Kiki here and then the word is here, we could push this down and then over, but we can't then push it over because nothing is you anymore. I mean, we could get Kiki over here and have them in a movable position in this vicinity. Like, Kiki could be moving back and forth right here. Wait, what? There's a difference, Ad Hoc? Oh, I never put any weight on the, rotation, I suppose. They're all lions, that's right. Indeed, go there. Now I'm just thinking of keep talking till it explodes. Like it's half a hashtag or like a railroad tie. All the different names for the symbols. Carther. That's funny. Oh god, the M dash hyphen. Wait, there's an in dash also? I thought there was just M dash and hyphen. I feel like I'm supposed to, poor hyphenated. Hey, Ilya. Thank you for the host, sir. How did Celeste treat ya? That was your first time playing, right? Is there anything... Okay, so let's say we've got a Kiki moving like this. I don't think any of that is actually gonna help. We could pretty easily have a Kiki moving up and down like over here while the text Babas use one to the right. Reasonable ad hoc. Garther, yeah, and like, there's definitely been times that's felt like the case. It's like, alright, well, clearly the designer just decided to throw it at an impossible level just to, catch us off guard here. Everyone would hate you, Garther. One of the most important things about puzzles is that they are meant to be solved. I think if I do still have a D&D monster manual, it is probably underneath the box file inside a box. Otherwise, I would bust it out right now because I'm kind of curious. Okay, yeah, so I mean, as I thought, like, getting the is-win over is the easier part. And I think we'd already solved that before. If not, we found a new way to solve it now. Probably not Xenon, but maybe. My assumption is that I need the word Kiki over here, and then we also need to use Kiki moving at that same point, right? Like, they give us 2 copies of the word Kiki here. So that is, I feel like, inherently suspect as far as like other solutions are concerned. It really feels like we need one word Kiki over here, which we can do. As far as well, I mean, I guess we should verify that we can do that now, right? But as far as I know, we could do that. Yeah. So we can get a word Kiki over there. Greetings, Level. But then what? Like, we can also get a word is over there if we want. Which is almost enough. We can also get this Kiki over there. This doesn't, like, stack the text inside each other, does it? No. I mean, I can stack inside me, but... That is the question, Garther. It's possible we need to do something in a different order. I don't know how we would get the word Kiki over there other than like the current arrangement, though. That doesn't seem terribly possible. Oh, also, I can't push Kiki up anyway, can I? I could only push it down the text over there. Limits my options further. That would be pretty helpful, Kizado. So, I mean, having the word Kiki over there doesn't seem terribly helpful right now, but also ultimately seems necessary. We could have it actually set up that Kiki would be moving beneath the word Kiki and they could push it up. That is a thing that could be arranged. Like, that would actually be pretty easy. I like how that sounds like a Joker exaggeration Catarati, but there's pretty much one or two puzzles that's the solution to. The only defense against ticks is you. And dang it, I can't remember any of the villains from the animated Tick series. I mostly just remember Spoon. And likewise, not the face from Arthur. We gotta stare at the level and make no progress for another, like, at least 10 minutes before a break, formal. Clearly. I would say that is not true, Khadgar, except for text. I mean, there's a visual difference. This is true. There is a visual difference. But only a visual difference. I believe not, Xenon. We might as well test that. That'd be a good thing to know. So let's But my belief is I cannot do that. How's it going, Gotron? Thank you kindly for 54 friggin' months. Yeah, it doesn't let me push into it. So it's still gonna be moving back and forth now. Yeah, it feels just like slightly inelegant that text is pushed as an unwritten rule, but they probably went about it the correct way ultimately. That's just one of those awkward little things where it's like, well, we tried like to make things as clear and elegant and consistent as possible, but best way to do this is just to make it a little bit inelegant. And there's that too, I can't go, yeah. Because then it's way less interesting than the first time you see the word text as a keyword, you're like, wait, what? Because then you're like, what can I do with this? And it turns out you can do crazy things. And yes, yep. Exactly. Exactly, yep. And they would need to be hard walls when sometimes walls are not, yeah. Yep. Like I said, I think they did the correct thing. It just is one of those little wonky things that ends up just feeling just a little inelegant, but that's usually inevitable, right? Like, I guess another example that kind of comes to mind that is very different, but the fact that some games of Hanabi are strictly unwinnable, like, feels like a flaw in the design, right? But, it's just a thing that happens. And everything else about the game is amazing, so oh well. We could potentially have both. No, we can't. We can only have Ghost moving or Kiki moving. We can't have them both moving at the same time. We could have them both in places where they could move, in theory. And if that were the case, we could move the chunk of text Baba Is You all together as a team. But we couldn't, though, because again, they can't be moving at the same time. Like, if I had two things moving and I was able to get the word Kiki to the left side here, then I could have me and the moving Kiki both move to move the words Is You up so that then Kiki is you. Ha, cat guy. Thanks, Jakarivic. I only know how to get myself inside of text on this level presently. But if the text Kiki is here, which feels necessary, so that's why I'm still focusing on it. But doesn't feel like I can move it in a good position. Because there's really no other reason I would have two copies of the word Kiki, is there? So I don't think Kiki is Kiki would do anything. I don't really think there's any reason Kiki needs to be fall and move at the same time. And Ghost is Ghost, so that doesn't help anything. So the only reason to have two copies of the word Kiki is that one of them needs to be used over here while a Kiki is moving, and that all makes sense. We just then don't know how to position this stuff to make it work. But I feel that's, yeah, we technically have 3 copies. We're not able to utilize the 3rd copy, though. I mean, likewise, we technically have 3 copies of the word ghost, but... Some intense staring at puzzle music coming up here. That's right, SRN. The only way I'm getting inside text is with the shift. And even if I was inside text over here, it wouldn't really help me at all. There's really no other way to get the word Kiki over here. No, Templar, it just doesn't do anything for me right now, so I haven't bothered. Baba is you. It brings Baba back into the world of Ultima Online circa 1997. Baba is working on their fletchery skill, chopping up some trees up in the Forest of Yew. They walk up to the bank, and then some thief just steals their gold before they can deposit it. Their first pile of cash money they got after selling their load of bows to the NPC vendor. You have no idea what you said, but it sounds like a story. It was generic, actually, rather than a specific story, but it was based on real story elements. But, yeah, Ultima Online was the second MMORPG, the first reasonably big MMORPG. Came out late 1997. Yew was one of the towns in the game. Believe in. Hold on. I've got reference material here, don't I? Yeah. Okay. There we go. So here's a map of Britannia. That's right here. Britain is the kind of Britain is your starting town. Yew is up here to the top left. That's where Yew was, where my finger is here. So, and that was like a heavily forested area. It was kind of a sparse little town rather than kind of the denser big city of Britain. But yeah, Yew was up there, and that was like a lot of trees around there, and kind of a more forestry sort of area there. I definitely do remember being a thief in Yew, and the part of that ends up standing out the most was a period of the game where if somebody stole from you, you could like attack them. But like what I often did was basically trick people into attacking me and then kill them, because once they like, there's different tiers to your crimes, right? If you just like blatantly attack someone in town, people can just call the guards on you and they'll instantly strike you down, right? But if someone's attacking you because you stole something from them, that's more murky. So the guards are not going to just start. If you fight them back, they've already attacked you first, so the guards are not gonna come smite you. So I just had like really good bow skills, and the bow weapons were kind of OP at that point. So like if they start running, I could kind of just chase them down and like auto shoot them down with the bows, and yeah, it was pretty evil, really, but it was a violent self-defense. Ultima Online's in the new half, ad hoc, curious. But yeah, there was a lot of interesting experiences in Ultima Online for sure. But yeah, this was a cloth map that came with the game originally. And still have that little piece around, and it's kind of neat. But I remember an event at the dungeon here above Britain that we were still pretty new to the game, and I remember there was a one player killer that was like kind of terrorizing a lot of folks named Gambit. And I remember we were able to like get a group of our kind of newbie, basically a bunch of pretty weak characters together, and we were able to chase down this Gambit guy. And I still like have just this vision of them trying to cast the recall spell to like escape, but we were able to take him down before they could escape. So, you know, got a lot of memories of Ultima Online. It was definitely a neat experience. Not even I mean, yeah, not including in 64 on old is pretty reasonable too, though. But then there's also lots of complexity. Oh wait, Meridian 59. What's Meridian 59? I mean, the Realm is generally considered the first MMO, and that's what I said UO was the second. I don't know about Meridian, though. But as far as my understanding is that the Realm is generally considered the first, and UO is the second. And mostly the distinction between MMOs and MUD can be pretty hazy, right? Like, it's like any genre definition, it's going to be somewhat arbitrary. But MUDs were not graphical based for the most part. They were text based. So that was certainly a distinction, but there was several MUDs before UO and EverQuest and stuff, of course. I did play a little bit of MUDs. I played on Avatar MUD for a while. I did that after UO, though, actually. And that sounds like a UO experience, Snuggle. That definitely sounds like a UO experience. Just randomly wandered off to go explore, get wrecked inside a cave, and then you can't figure out how to resurrect yourself. You're just wandering around, you see a person, you're like, ooh, at them, and they don't have spirit speak, or they don't care, so they just wander off, and... But, yeah. Oh, curious, Garther. I don't remember the sizes of ore being relevant like that. But yeah, there are a lot of kind of hot mess bugs in Ultima Online. I remember another pretty, admittedly pretty mean one that we took advantage of was that if a house was positioned really close to the shore, you could disembark your boat and just like appear inside somebody's house, and you know, without a key, you could just take their stuff. Pretty awful. But yeah, it was definitely a very different time as far as working as a hot mess, right? Like, there's a lot of reasons a game experience like that can't, like, just it cannot exist today. I've thought about this several times and probably talked about it on stream before, but like, one reason is if you wanted that kind of experience with UO, you pretty much had to play UO. So that helped provide a more diverse player base, which helped in a lot of ways to make things more varied, more interesting. Means you have your role players, your like just kind of like farmer people that like are dealing with the NPCs a lot, just kind of casual explorers. You have some PKs, you have like some guild versus guilds stuff, like you have a variety of different type of people playing all in the same rule set, right? The simple fact that like if you're like, well, this is a little too much for me, I'm gonna go play this other game, means that it polarizes people in games. So such that it doesn't provide that varied experience, and it means you don't have just that like that touch of player killing, right? Which really was important. That's like an impossible line to find, really, where like it's a real relevant threat, and it's something that can be interesting to do, but it's not something most players want to do, and most players aren't doing it. So that's like that's where Ultima Online was in its early days, where like the player killers were still a relevant threat and they were out there and they were good, but a lot of times they traveled alone, and rather than in big groups, they weren't that coordinated. Which is another reason that experience can't work today, because like now, if you're playing that, you are going to be in voice chat with your friends that are also playing, right? For the most part. But that wasn't a common thing at all at that point, and player killers worked alone a lot of times, and that made it a lot less like horribly abusive, where if you can coordinate well with friends, like you could have just a gank squad of like 4 PKs that just pop up and like corp pour, just cast energy bolts and automatically dunk people, and they don't even have a chance. Whereas back in the day, like maybe one PK was a lot higher on skills than you, and you would have trouble, but you would have a chance to potentially like run away, use your hide skill, and they run right past you, don't realize where you hid, and you got chances to get away from them rather than just auto dying and stuff. But it was certainly an interesting experience. Greetings, little Fuafu. I never played the Realm or really even looked at it. I just know it's generally considered the first MMO before UO. Yeah, you don't really care what the term MMO is coined. Like, that doesn't really matter. Like, Rogue wasn't the first roguelike. Beneath the Apple Manor was the first roguelike, but you know, obviously they're not called Apple-likes, so the Rogue helped popularize the genre. Greetings, Olfie. Oh yeah, player run shard of UO. Yeah, I did that for a while too. I was on a player run shard in, I want to say around 2003 or so. I'm sure I could actually look up IRC logs and figure out exactly when, but I still have some screenshots from that time. Something I did a lot at that point. I was on a player run shard that was kind of focused on making a rule set that was similar to like 1998 UO, like pretty old school UO there. One thing that a lot of people did to like make money is they would set up bots to automatically like process a lot of thread into to shirts and then sell those shirts to NPCs and just kind of automate that whole process. So we would just make up boxes full of explosive potions and just like crack open those boxes full of potions next to the people macroing and then just blow them up and steal their giant pile of gold. So that worked pretty well. We never quite got widespread or consistent enough that I wanted to like get a protection racket going is what I really wanted to do in that front. It was like, all right, look, if you just give us, you know, like 10-20% of your profits here, we'll let you go in peace. We ain't gonna blow you up, but otherwise our hands are tied. I mean, you know what we're gonna have to do. But I got good enough at the timing on the explosive potions, we could do it to people that weren't AFK. And I had a lot of fun with that shenanigans too. Yeah, like the fact you were forced into it. The other reason that sort of experience worked way better 20 years ago is because people were bad at games. Like, people were so much worse at games. Like, there was some amount of min-maxing, but it was the definite minority, not the predominant default expectation, right? Like, I mean, people just kind of got whatever skills they got, and you know, that you would often focus on trying to maximize some skills, but you weren't usually trying to exactly perfect all of your skills and have exactly 7 skills grandmaster status and no other skills and stuff. You just kind of went with the flow a lot more. But now players are better and realize, like, okay, what can I do to optimally be able to kill things the most efficient way possible, and that means half of the skills are not worthwhile, and yeah. To be clear, like, if we're calling this a problem, I am absolutely part of this problem myself. But these are reasons why this sort of experience just literally cannot exist today. Like, there's a lot of old games that, you know, can either live up well today or, you know, at least provide a similar experience today to how they used to, but that is one that, like, straight up you cannot have the same experience anymore, even if you recreate it exactly the same. Yeah, exactly, Ed. Yep. Yep. Apple likes, there you go. Beneath the Apple likes or just general Apple likes? Apple likes when you want to talk about actual traditional roguelikes instead of how the term roguelike is modernly used. I like the term traditional roguelike for that. I mean, I don't think it's sad to try to revive or relive those old experiences, right? Like, I mean, when I played on the player run shard of UO, it was still a very different experience, but it was a fun thing in a variety of ways to kind of revisit those rules and just, yeah, like re-experience the world of Britannia a bit in a way that I hadn't for, what, like 6 years or something at that time. And I don't think there's really anything wrong with like embracing that kind of nostalgia. It's just
also worth keeping in mind some matter of perspective that it won't be the same, and also the fact that it won't be the same doesn't mean like those memories are tarnished or anything. Those awesome memories you had are still awesome memories you had. Strife, yeah. Yeah, I did wanted to get a protection racket going. I mean, messing with like MMO economies is a lot of fun. I screwed with the economy in like Kingdom of Loathing quite a bit too, with like there were important like quest items that you could buy at auction, and I would just buy up like all of these quest items like beneath a certain price point, and then just if you wanted to buy those quest items, you were buying them from me, right? Another thing I wanted to protection racket in that player run UO shard was that there were a lot of people like selling high-level equipment and stuff that were kind of selling them at rock bottom prices because they had been playing like UO circa 2002 on a massive player base that had suffered major inflation and tons of players dropping the price down. So they just like defaulted to those ultra low prices, but those prices were like way too low for the time investment. For the economy of the player-run shards, so like we like talked about doing it would have been really fun if we could have actually pulled it off consistently. It would have been like have targeted like basically terror attacks on people that are pricing things too low. It's like, all right, you set up a vendor that's pricing things too low. Someone trying to buy your vendor, we're gonna blow them up. You're trying to restock your vendor, we're gonna blow you up. If we had enough coordination, enough members to like enforce stuff like that, it would be really interesting to have like a big crime segment effectively that was able to enforce that sort of stuff in that game. That would have been interesting. Couldn't quite get it on that level. We had to do a much smaller scale stuff, but that was fun too. I stole someone's house. I did steal someone's house once. That was exhilarating. I was at Meinik. That's up north here. Yeah, the mining sort of town up here. But Meinik, we were at Meinik there, and someone dropped on the ground a recall ruin for their friend to use to teleport off of. Recall ruins basically you can like mark one of these ruins at a specific point, and then you can later cast the recall spell to go back to that exact point. So I picked up the ruin off the ground from that they just like put there, and it was named like house location. So I teleported there. They decided like, okay, whatever, we'll just walk. So I teleported there and just waited hidden, and sure enough, they showed up at the house location, and they're trying to place the house in the location and wondering why it's not working. It's because I'm currently hidden in the spot they're trying to place the house. So I pop out of hiding, run up, open their pack, steal the house deed, and then book it. And that was probably my biggest heist in UO on the player run shard there. Ultimate Origins. Potatoes are apples of the earth. Yeah, that sounds like a thing for sure, Ad Hoc. Just like, hey devs, this is broken, you should fix it. You are gonna fix it? Alright! Let's just abuse it as much as possible. The Mr. Accessory Market. I mean, I still have an old like spreadsheet file about where I wanted to approximately price stuff. Like if it got too high, people wouldn't buy it. They would just like do the quests or whatever. I also did some stuff like that on less like aggressive measure in RuneScape. I remember there was this really like high level quest. You need to be like, I don't know, level 50 or something to normally fight the enemies and survive, to get this special ore called Blurite, Bluerite or whatever that you needed for this quest. But I would just like run it there at super low level, like run past the like big ass giants and like mine up some Blurite, and they would kill me, but you would keep 3 items when you revived. So then I would just sell the Blurite for like 5,000 a pop, and yeah. So there's been lots of oh yeah, speaking of RuneScape, another thing I did with that MMO economy was I did a lot of arbitrage. I would basically buy medium quantities of resources, like say a bunch of coal at a certain price, and then resell it at in bulk at a higher rate, which I know is somewhat counterintuitive to real-world economics, but the convenience of selling in bulk was actually worth paying a higher price for in that game. So I would like spend time, like I'd have a big old contact list, like all these little miners, like, okay, we'll give them like 500 a pop for a certificate of coal, and then resell them for like 650 a pop, and sell those in the hundreds or whatever. So I never did play EVE Online, Xenon. That would be kind of cool, Garther, yeah. If you feel like you're bamboozling and tricking everyone, but it's not actually that bad. That would be cool if you could pull that off. Like, I was never like the hardcore super abuse, like PK gang squad sort of situation. It was never that, but I did a lot of the more softer griefing, I guess you would say, right? The soft skills as far as that goes, they're thieving and all. I mean, I remember having a thief friend from Australia that I, like, where me being a pretty young teenager at that point would be staying up to like 5 or 6 a.m. so I'd have a chance to hang out with this Australian friend, do some cooperative thieving and stuff. Back in Napa Valley. That's a pretty good description, Ed. EVE Online is the MMO version of Clicker Heroes, but if you play long enough, you end up in the Mafia. That pretty much sounds accurate. Yeah. That does sound accurate. Let's see. I think I'll switch to a different level, huh? I know of PlanetSide, but have not played that either. I haven't played many MMOs overall. Mostly what I want from an MMO is impossible now, so there's not a lot of reason for me to play them. Baba is hard. No, not pillar work. We'll look at maybe tectonic movements again. I can see that, Garther. It's video games in general. Yeah, sort of true. Sort of true. Alright, well, enjoy this lovely Minecraft tune. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, folks. Do a little more Baba, and then we'll switch over to What the Gulf. Thank you for hanging out. Had a nice little MMO discussion. See you in just a couple minutes, folks. Oh boy, Twitter says, it's my Twitter anniversary. Celebrate with a special tweet created just for you. I don't think I will click that. That sounds like a trap. Did that actually happen, No? Because that sounds awesome. That's totally the type of protection racket I was talking about making. All right, so Cliff is stopped. But, oh my god, look at the bottom left. Oh my god. Alright, so lava is death. Lonely dust is lava. Rubble on Baba is dust. So that means basically the floor turns to lava behind us, like this. Greetings, Daenerys. Oh, we hopped off of it, Templar. Yeah, absolutely. But meanwhile, we can push pillars into spots that will let us walk on those spots multiple times. So, for example, we kind of need to have a pillar here so that we can do this and then go back over here. We also need to be able to get a pillar over here to push into a tree because tree is sink. We also have the text pillar is push, which we can use because we need to turn pillars off of push so that we can walk on them. I'm gonna agree with what you said, Templar, and not agree with what you meant to say. Replace the 95% with a 5% hyphenated. I believe that is what was meant. Well, yeah, we've done the easy part. The easy part was setting up flag equals win. We did not know how to make Kiki as you. So, the idea I remember having for this was basically pushing the pillars push text down here so that while we're messing with these pillars over yonder, we can turn off pillars push temporarily. It's a lot easier to do that vertically rather than through these spots over here. I agree, Templar. We could not figure out any way that would help us. Currently, Zach. Always subject to change, though. So, like, the loose thought... Yeah, let's just try this, even though I'm pretty sure I've tried it in the past and it isn't very good. Yeah, just none of this seems like it's gonna work very well. Hey, retreat. Still doesn't seem terribly good, mind you, but... We also have 4 entrances, which is a little unnerving because most city plan I come up with is only using 3 of them. Hooray! That's not very helpful. Like, how would I even use 4? By using walkable pillars sooner, we would use 5 effectively. Yeah, that's probably a thing we need to do. That seems super likely to be a thing we need to do. Let's go with Sneaky Teak. Thank you kindly for the host, sir. Hope you had a wonderful stream. Puzzle to solve? Don't know about that. We've solved 1 new puzzle tonight. We have 9 puzzles left. We have every puzzle left is one that makes me recoil in horror. Greetings, Minotaur. So, like... I don't have a good grasp of this at all. I mean, I know the pieces that we need to do are very obvious, but the execution is who the heck knows. I mean, I've done all I want to do in the witness. We did all but approximately 1 proper puzzle and, you know, a relevant number of puzzle type I will not elaborate on. But we did a sufficient number of that. But no, we do not need to do the BS ship puzzle, although it'd be a little less BS with tools at my side, I suppose, but... Hey, Mr. Pat. That seems like a strong strat. Seems like a strong strat for sure. If anyone is new to Baba's U and doesn't know at all what this game is about, I can go over the basics real quick. but... well, it's one of... well, let's see. I was gonna say, yeah, it's one of two puzzles that I know of as BS in The Witness, Teak. Someone mentioned a third one that it sounded like I didn't do that might be also equally BS, but... I mean, that's still a pretty good ratio considering it's like a 50-hour game and there's only two puzzles that are actively BS, but that doesn't change the fact those puzzles are BS. Hey there, Lucas. Greetings, Sna. Yeah, I'm not even talking about a set. I'm talking about a specific puzzle. Alright, so Baba Is You. This is a game where the rules of the game are written on the board, right? So Baba Is You. That means we can move around. We're this little sheep thing here. Wall is stop, so we can't move past these walls. Rock is push, so we can push these rocks around. And flag is win. So we can walk on the flag and we win. However, you can change the rules of this game. For example, wall is no longer stop, so I can just walk on the walls. And you know what? Rock is win rather than flag, so that means moving on the flag doesn't do anything now. And, you know, while we're at it, maybe wall is you instead of Baba is you. So that now I'm all of the walls, and we just need to move the walls onto the rocks and we win. And that's what Baba Is You is about. In a nutshell, it is a very clever puzzle game that I recommend highly. The pillars. Oh, those. Okay, yeah, that's an unfortunate thing. Yeah, Witness definitely has some motion sickness concerns. But yeah, the pillars were fine for me. Man, see, in Lua, indices start at 1 by default instead of 0. And it is a superior option. I do realize them's fine words. Oh god, this is probably more miserable than what we were just looking at. We'll look at this for a little while, fail to solve it, and then play What the Golf. Does that sound good? Horrible. So, on this level, Baba is you. There's two Babas, so we are both of them. Hey, Jovo. Appreciated, sir. Lonely Baba is defeat. That means if Baba's not in the same square as something else, like, say, these tiles, Baba is dead. Flag is win. But there's no flag, so key is open and door is shut, and door has flag. When something that is open shares the space with something that is shut, then they're both destroyed. And when something that has a has property is destroyed, then it drops whatever it has. So when we move the key into the door, then it drops a flag. Meanwhile, we've got 3 rocks. And we have to figure out how to push the rocks around such that we can move the key to the door. Yeah, this is definitely less, programmer style puzzles than Space Cam or Human Resource Machine, TS100, any Zack Kronk's game, really. But feels more programmer-y puzzle than, like, The Witness, I guess, right? Yeah, by default, you cannot pull. Text always has a inherent push property, but everything else is rules written on that screen. Rewinding does make it look like you're pulling at times, though. So, and to be clear, this is something this game does sometimes. This is a harder version of a level we've already solved. Like, this game definitely has situations where it's like, okay, we got that puzzle solved, we finally did it, and the game's basically like, do it again, but do it better. And you're like, oh god, no, what? You're like, but it was so hard to do it the first time, and how am I supposed to do it better than that? And this is an example of one of those. I don't actually remember the difference. We could look at that real quick. Floaty platforms. See, it looks basically the same, but the door is pushable in this one. Is that the only difference? I think that's actually the only difference, but it was important, because this is way easier to do if you can push the door. There's one more key difference, is there? A big part of programming is deciding what the rules should be. Yeah, okay, that's reasonable, because there's often a lot of very different ways to tackle a programming concern. Hey there, Wipeout. I don't think there's any official DLC. We're working on the, like, 9 levels that we haven't done yet. This is the floatiest platforms in Seta. Okay, so as a baseline, there's probably not a much of a... Oh, I can use the words to push rocks too. Okay. So... Or push the key? Is this... Oh, but then this Bob, the other Bob will be dead? Because they're both moving at the same time. Okay. Lonely means if it's by itself, then it has that property. So in this case, if it's by itself, it's not on a tile, then it is defeat. So the idea I had was just to bring the key from down here up here, and then use the text to push the key over here, and then build a bridge down here, and that'd be fine. Although even that wouldn't work. Man, even if I could do that, it would still not work because I couldn't make it so rock was no longer push. Oh, and it would have worked too, actually, because, hold on. Because we can, we don't have to kill this one off on the left there, because we can still push the rocks down and advance. So that's not necessarily a problem. But no, that's actually fine because we don't. Yeah, hold on. Does this? This seems fine, which is kind of unnerving. So, I mean, this is a little annoying, but it's, like, dealable, right? It's still just fine, right? Oh, I can't move one more to the left. Yeah, that doesn't work. Because my mind, I could just sacrifice the Baba on the right, but it also kills the Baba on the left here. Okay, we could have the rocks in different spots, but that doesn't inherently help. We don't have any like move or weird close wall shenanigans, so we probably can't get inside of text to make ourselves unlonely in a weird way. There's no way to get us well, there is technically. We could get desynced, but not in a not with rocks or words where we want them. Let's see. Yeah, the only way I'm seeing to desync the Babas is to have stuff in places we very much do not want it. Is there a way we can get all of the rocks down the middle? That seems pretty dubious. Can I do the same thing I just did? Oh yeah, see that if door is pushed, you can do the same thing I just did, but have push the key across on the bottom, and then push the door into the key, and then be good to go. Yes, Lucas. Which would let us desync. So maybe we can, but we gotta be careful how we desync that, because then they won't be able to get back across. Then that means we want to do it differently, right? Because we need to make it so we don't need to get back across. Oh, I vote. Yeah, hold on. We want things lined up before we're looking at desyncing. Let's do this one thing at a time here. Like, we might have still been able to make that work, but let's Oh no, door shut doesn't do anything. Never mind. There's about 95% of the time shut is used, it's also stop. So that's how it's working in my head. Nope. Does not desync. Never mind. Big old never mind. Greetings, 6 ounce. Okay. Let's consider the option of getting rocks down the middle. That probably happened more than once, Music Dan. Cheers, Lucas. Appreciate those bits. An epic staff, huh? Okay. Ba-da-dum-bum. Is there any reason building a bridge across the middle would be at all beneficial? Not really. We lose one of our Babas real quick like that. Hey there, Sir Francis. Ghosto. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like rocks down the middle is going to be a viable thing. Like, I wouldn't expect it to be, but I'm just trying to think of other lines here. Lots of folks are like, okay, I remember this level being a damn nightmare, but I have no idea how to do it anymore. That sounds about right. Sounds about right. Oh, that would be a good command for it, too. Yeah, I don't know, Music Dan. There's been a lot of changes, too. Like, there's been definite little tweaks to levels over time. Like, because we played it when this game, like, first came out, and then, like, sometimes came back to a level the next stream. It's like, wait, this is different now. So, how else could we approach this? We're definitely back to impossible, I feel. That is a pretty common place to find ourselves in this game, where it's like, well, level is clearly impossible. I feel like we probably need to do something weird. Like, you know, theoretically, if we have like a one of these rocks like over here or something, where we'd have room to walk on it while the right Bob is pushing everything over, but then how would we get the key down to the door at that point? But we could actually get the key to the door. No, we couldn't, because we don't have the words. But of course, there's the other thought of like, you know, you could have like 2 rocks over here, and doing something like that does actually let you desync the Babas, but then we're even more screwed with not having enough rocks to do what we... Yes, Ketka. Let's see, I'm trying to translate that into the current context in a way that would work. Good evening, Zanvar. But that is definitely one of the best Simpsons scenes. Just like, but then why did I have the bowl, Bart? Why did I have the bowl? Let's see. None of the text is walled off. So maybe we could make like Rocket's key or Rocket's flag. Rocket's push or Rocket's defeat would not be very helpful. Flag is push wouldn't be helpful. No, Rocket's flag is untenable. That's too far away. The edge does not wrap, Sna. The edges stop. Like, we can move the words rock is pushed across the middle with like a rock bridge, but that doesn't really do anything for us. Cat guy. Take yourself a visit to prison, do you? It doesn't come up very often, Garther. And the main place that it's featured is Prison and Dungeon, which is fairly early game. I got it. Like, I can't even think of ways to, like, fiddle. Because we have a very limited tool set here. It's like, what else can I even try? We've already tried everything. Level's impossible. There's some, like, we could get the buttons together. Is there some reason that's not completely terrible? It seems pretty terrible. So we've got that to look into, and then Rocky's key is not very tenable either. No, the angle is off. Like, we could maybe make that work, but we'd be losing a rock to do it. And we still would not have a rock in the bottom left near the door anyway. Hey there, Trucy True. Alright, so let's take it pondering at two Babas together, just as a general concept. Is there something cool we can do if we have got two Babas together? We can't stack a Baba on top of ourself, that where both Babas are stacked, could we? Because that would be a solution. I don't think so. Because then Baba would never be lonely, because Baba is on Baba. Let's see. I mean, things that are you pretty much inherently have push, I believe. I don't know, we'll mess with it here. Alright, yeah. Nope, they can just go on top of each other. Okay.
Huzzah! I decided I would finish crying that before looking again at chat, in case people are like, or any like sort of hint thing along those lines.
Your sound card works perfectly.